Joining us now, win 101 in the belt. J.W. Kieckhefer alongside Justin Corrigan, and I'm Peter Ferrari. Coach, talk us through it. Is it a sigh of relief? Is it excitement? What were the emotions coming away with the victory today against a team, yes, down 2 key players? You wouldn't have known it with how well they played.
No, a lot of excitement. Any win you get against a ranked team, you gotta be pumped about it. Like you said, that Baldwin Wallace team really, no matter how down a couple of guys, really unfortunate for Owen there.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate to watch. He was playing electric volleyball there against Stevens, and just tough for that entire Baldwin Wallace group. The level of volleyball they had played all season long, it probably deserving to be higher than number 12. They had Stevens dead to rights there, and just tough injury at a tough time for a really good volleyball team. So, wishing him and this Baldwin Wallace team the best. Kyle Marsh is doing an incredible job with that group, and even with that guy out, they're playing some pretty impressive volleyball. Just excitement, man. Like, what's no size of relief? We're really excited about that win. Hitting 303, that's probably the best number we might have hit. I mean, besides the first 2 matches of the year against Norbert and Lakeland, that's the best number I think we've hit since then. So, a good elevation of the offense. We've been talking a little bit when I've been on here this tournament. The offense has to go the right direction. Otherwise, it's gonna be really tough to win. And we go out and hit a 588, and I think we just fell asleep. Like, long 3 days, long tournament. Really excited to go out and play some great volleyball, and we just expected that we were going to be better. We didn't put the pedal down. We didn't go earn it, and it was just really lazy volleyball for the first 15 points from our end. Credit to Austin Mallory coming off the bench and giving us a massive lift there in set 2. It didn't necessarily get us to win that set. Obviously, we lost the set, but he got us the energy back with an ace and then a long run, and we were back in it. Yeah. And so I think Austin did a great job on the bench there. Again, really want to talk about Joe Kolowitz and Jack McDonald and Ruben Emmerich, guys who've played a lot of minutes for us in their past, or particularly played a lot of minutes here in the first part of the season. Having them go to the bench and find different roles to impact a match. I'm really proud of how they played, how hard they played, the serves that Joe and Jack were ripping back there. And then you saw Ruben come in set 4 and make an elite blocking move to his left and get a massive block to keep us going to go win that 4th set. Just really elite stuff from the guys on the bench to go impact a match in different ways. So really, really proud of them. It's not depth if you don't use it. So really impressed of how we're trying to get guys on the floor that can really help us out and win some points.
Coach, you and I earlier, we talked about how well Ryan Morey was playing. He averaged almost 10 assists a set tonight.
Yeah.
How crucial is that to have a floor general like him, who really hasn't had a lot of experience for a junior, but he's coming into a really good season early on?
Yeah, I think we'd like to be north of that number. Actually, I think that's 10 and above is good. I think 11's elite. So in terms of where we want to be, we're still a little bit low in that space in a 5-1 or in a 5-1. So still some work to go with the offense, but a little more rhythm in the 5-1 is what we were looking for. And I think just everybody gets more rhythm in that space. Ben Heiss has always been that way. He hits a pretty ridiculous number, 412 today, 9-2 in 17, a pretty high kill percentage for him today, so that's a good number. And so just trying to find some rhythm a little more with the one-setter lineup. I feel like gutted for Joe and Ruben because I don't think they deserve to be on the bench with how hard they play and how well they play. But we just needed to find some rhythm with the offense to make that change. And Ryan Moore's doing a great job. I thought he ran the middle routes really well today. Hudson Schweitzer really came alive there in set 4. He blocked the ball really well today. 6 blocks for him. Holy cow. And I thought his offense came alive there in set 4. And Ryan Cholowinski, wow, what a beast he is right now with the blocking moves. And that's a 562. It's been a while since we've seen a number like that from Cholo. Just really working on his patience at the net to let that ball get to him so he can cut it off. Ryan's doing a great job of being patient, letting the ball come to him, and then finding space. And when he does that, he's a pretty elite offensive guy. And his defense is, if he's not the best blocker in the country, he's top 3. That's for dang sure. So I'm really proud of Ryan Cholowinski.
Now, you mentioned kind of falling asleep in set 2, and there was kind of a stretch in that set and even into set 3 where the volleyball gods just kind of didn't want it to go your way. The ball was landing out for you guys, in for the Yellow Jackets, falling on your side of the net on crucial blocks, jousts, all that. How do you kind of keep the guys focused through that and prevail when you're facing as tough a team as Baldwin Wallace or Stevens or Juniata
Yeah,
is?
some weird touches, right? Like a block touch that would go above our head and our guys couldn't find it and it would land next to them. I think there were a couple of those just weird touches above our heads. In volleyball, it's hard, right? You're making a blocking move, and it's hard. Once you touch it, it's hard to look up and find it. Even if you look up, you might miss it. So maybe unlucky in those plays. I'd like to see our guys be a little more calm and smooth and athletic when they make a block touch instead of freaking out. I think we get a little bit tight when the ball gets touched and we kind of freak out instead of staying calm and looking up and making a play. The biggest thing we talked about is you have to want to make a play, right? There's a couple plays in one and a couple plays in two where there's a ball that's touched like that in a weird space and it's going down between two people and we got guys looking at each other, stopping, pulling back, and then trying to make a play late. We talked about like every single guy has to want to make a play and then communicate as loud as he can for everybody to get out of his way.
Yeah.
And the first one to communicate loudly gets to play it. And we just have really struggled with that in some spaces of like, that's my ball. I'm going to take care of it. We talked about that a lot. At the end of the day and in the game of when you see a ball go in the air, I'm going to go get it, and I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm going to take care of it and put it in a good spot.
Yeah. 7 days now. You don't want to lose any momentum you've got this weekend. What's this next week going to look like before you hit the road?
Well, we're definitely taking tomorrow off. It's been a long 3 days. We'll see what we do on Monday. We'll probably come in and practice if we feel good. We got Dominican next, right? I think that's the next match on the calendar. They're basically as good as this Baldwin Wallace team. We played them in the fall and we split 2-2. So expect a barn burner of a match between us and them. It's always a ranked match. It's probably the biggest rivalry we have in the Midwest besides like the North Central Loris in our conference. Outside of our conference, it's probably our biggest natural rival that we've been playing in the NCAA tournament a lot, and has really elevated their level of play. So, we got to go. We thank God we got a week to go get our bodies under us and take a look at the video and get a good scout out there. Our programs know each other well. Like I said, we've played a lot of volleyball against them in the past, so we know each other really well, and it's going to be about who shows up that day to take care of the ball. I've never won in that facility down there at Dominican. I'm 0-2, so I would like to get a win down there. That would be fun for me. And we talked about how old I am now with 101, like you said. It's pretty. We got to get one of those down there. We got to get one of those down there so we can get that monkey off my back, I guess.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, you're 0-2 there, but let's hope you get number 102 this time around.
Oh, there we go. Like we did there, Peter. That's a segue. Heck yeah.
Do what I can.
Yeah.
Coach, congrats on the win. Go celebrate.
Thanks. Go Birds.
All right. I didn't plan that. That just, he set it up for me like a good setter would.
Exactly.
4-1, the differential. Set 2 went Baldwin Wallace's way and almost did set 3, but they found a way to close it out and really take a stranglehold in set number 4. Justin, after we've spoken with Coach now, final thoughts on a exciting weekend at the Frog Jump Invitational.
I mean, we could not have asked for a more competitive, more exciting to watch weekend of men's volleyball from the Division III level. All 6 games were incredible to watch.
Yeah.
Some of them were sweeps, some went to 5, one went 4, but even the sweeps were close competitive games. It was a fun weekend. Shout out to Coach Kieckhefer and his staff for helping promote this, set it up. The Frog Jump crew, incredible, getting all these teams together to compete against each other. Our production crew have been stellar all weekend long in the booth, giving me thumbs up right now. They're all rock stars, and they have done a great job. Everyone involved with this has been great in promoting a great way to sell some great volleyball. This was national tournament level competition all weekend long.
Indeed it was. Looking at some of the final numbers, 14-5. That block differential, and again, Justin, winning in the service error category, that's going to be what carries this Carthage team to the uncharted heights that we don't even know they're capable of this year, and a .303 hit percentage. Just outstanding numbers.
Absolutely, and the service errors, the only game where the team who had more service errors won was Stevens beating Carthage, and that came down to a 5th set where the differential came from Carthage making too many service errors. So it comes down to service errors when you are in this competitive level of volleyball.
Absolutely. We want to thank you for being with us this Friday. No, it's a Saturday. See, we've been here so much. I wake up, I go to sleep,
You're
I
living
work.
here too at this point.
I pretty much.
We're basically roommates.
Their next, just right here in this little nook. Next game at home for the men's Firebirds volleyball squad, Feb 11th at 7 o'clock versus Concordia of Wisconsin. So that'll be a fun one as well. Make sure you mark that on your calendars. Also want to look at what's upcoming for all of Carthage athletics. Wednesday, North Central right here taking on the women Firebirds basketball team. They did come away with a victory today, so coming off that tough loss, right back on the winning side. Let's see what they can do against North Central. And then the big doubleheader, Illinois Wesleyan coming to town, back-to-back, the doubleheader, women's and men's starting at 2, then 4:15. And then, as mentioned, men's volleyball versus Concordia. And Wednesday, February the 12th, folks, you aren't blinking. You don't got to rub your eyes. Women's lacrosse is back. We will be here with it. I'm excited to be on that call. 7 o'clock, women's lacrosse versus Bethel. Make sure you tune in for the season debut of NCAA women's lacrosse here with the Firebirds. Former players, now the coaches. What a story. Can't wait to talk with them and get that season going.
Absolutely. Maddie Burney era begins on that Wednesday. Can't wait.
Once again, your final in Kenosha, 4-1. We want to thank all of the staff and crew for being with us, for executive producer Mike Love, producer John Voinovich, Laura, Emma, Owen, Morgan, and I guess Ainsley too, even though she made fun of me in the pregame show. That's okay. Carthage wins in 4, 3-1. This program has been a presentation of Firebird Broadcast Productions and Carthage College. Copyright 2025. Finally, once again, I'm Peter Frey alongside Justin Corrigan. #FiredUp, Go Birds.